Then under secretion of insulin causes the diabetes mellitus, that is high concentration of sugar in blood. Because of that disease, high concentration glucose cannot be stored in the body, high concentration of sugar in the blood, and the urine, great deal of urine with sugar, loaded with sugar. Many sugar may be coming through the urine because the blood cannot hold all these glucose. If it cannot be stored in the body, that kidney will send it out. Then the person may feel thirsty because of the loss of water through too much urination. Even though the person drink enough water, all the water also may be lost through the urine. And loss of weight, the uh, food cannot be stored in the body. In certain cases, loss of eyesight or the vision also may affect. So the usual treatment for the uh, diabetes mellitus is giving insulin injection, or through the tablet insulin is given. In that case, it is not a that disease will not be cured, but only giving insulin at for the instead of pancreas, it is only supplying the hormone. Then what will happen if the insulin is produced in more, so that all the glucose that present in the blood may be stored as glycogen. In that case, the amount of sugar necessary for the blood will not be there. That condition, blood sugar level will become lowered. That condition is known as hypoglycemia. So, question can be asked, what is hyperglycemia, and what is hypoglycemia? The decrease in the sugar level in the blood is hypoglycemia, that is because of the over secretion of insulin. So you have to able to differentiate between what is hypoglycemia and hyperglycemia, what is diabetes mellitus, what is the disease caused by the insulin deficiency. Such a question can be asked from this part. So then in certain in case of hypoglycemia, sometimes brain may enter into a state of coma. The person become unconscious because of the uh, hypoglycemia, if there is no sugar in the blood. Then another term is known as the insulin shock. If the diabetic patient get an overdose of insulin, if he get an injection which is overdose, the person become unconscious because of the decrease in the sugar in the blood. So such a disease is known as, such a situation, the uh, that incident, that is known as insulin shock or hypoglycemia. Then again, glucagon, that is secreted from the alpha cell to stimulate the breakdown of glycogen in the liver to glucose, so that that can cause the increase in the blood sugar level. Then we have to learn about the thyroid gland. Thyroid gland, it's located. What is the location? Which is the location of the thyroid gland? It is situated in front of the neck, just below the larynx. Larynx meaning voice box. So the location also can be asked. Location of the thyroid, write the location. Such a question can be a thyroid gland, its location front of the neck, just below the pharynx. You can see the trachea or the windpipe, and you can see the thyroid gland. That is it has two lobes joined by a narrow isthmus interconnecting region. That is the structure of the thyroid gland, and it is secreting two hormones, that are the thyroxine and calcitonin. Calcitonin is not in the syllabus, but thyroxine you have to learn. What is the function of the uh, uh, what is the hormone secreted by the thyroid gland? What is its function? Such a question you can expect. Thyroid gland producing the hormone thyroxine. Its main function is to control the basal metabolism. Basal metabolism meaning rate of cellular oxidation of food, resulting in the heat production at rest. Oxidation of food, that is controlled by the hormone thyroxine. So an increase in the secretion increases metabolism, and decrease in secretion decrease in metabolism. And the thyroxine, that hormone, it can influence the general growth. If it is not produced in children, the growth will not occur. Growth of the body, ossification of bones. Ossification meaning calcium deposit on the bones, that are also controlled by the hormone thyroxine. And body temperature, mental development. So several, the our intelligence, everything, our body growth, everything is controlled by the thyroxine. So you know that the thyroid gland that need enough iodine. You know iodine is present in the iodized salt or in seafood. We get the iodine from the seafood or sea salt. Iodine is enough. So you must understand the oxidation of food. Even though we consume enough glucose or starch or rice or chapati, anything we eat, the uh, salt containing iodine is also necessary for utilization of this food. So iodine containing food is very necessary. So here you see the under secretion or hypothyroidism. If the thyroid gland is not producing enough thyroxine, what will happen? Three diseases may occur. One is simple goiter, then the cretinism and myxedema. These are the three diseases because of the under secretion. Enough, the thyroxine is not produced in enough. Simple goiter, you can see the enlargement of thyroid gland. In nowadays, sometimes this may be removed by the surgery, or nowadays people are more educated, so people know the necessity of eating enough iodine containing food like the sea salt or seafood. So this disease is nowadays it is not appearing too many, but in our childhood days we could see the people with the swelling in their neck region, that is the simple goiter. But now the people are more educated, so the disease cannot be seen. Then again, it is due to the insufficient quantity of iodine in food. Iodine deficient, sometimes the through the vegetables also the iodine may be getting into the body. So people living in hilly region where iodine is deficient in soil, so and hence in the food grown there. In hilly region usually they are not, if the soil is not containing enough iodine, the people they will have the particular disease. Then again, the second disease because of the hyposecretion of hypothyroidism is the cretinism. If the growing children do not get enough iodine, they show the disease known as the cretinism. It affects the growth of the children, retarded growth or dwarfism, പൊക്കമൊന്നും വയ്ക്കുന്നില്ല, or mental retardation, വളർച്ച മുഴുവനും കുറയും. മെൻ്റൽ റിട്ടാർഡിസം ആസ് വെൽ ആസ് ദ ഡ്വാർഫിസം, സൈസ് ഉണ്ടാവില്ല, മെൻ്റൽ ഗ്രോത്തും ഉണ്ടാകത്തില്ല ഇഫ് ദെയർ ഈസ് നോട്ട് iodine in their food. Then this condition is known as the cretinism. sometimes early degeneration of the thyroid gland also cause the cretinism. Then the next disease is known as the myxedema. In the condition, if in adult this thyroid gland is not functioning properly, if not iodine is present, the person becomes sluggish. Sluggish meaning like the snail, slow movement. The person may become very slow in activities with swelling of the face and hand. മുഖത്തിനും കൈക്കും ഒക്കെ വെറുതെ വെള്ളം വിങ്ങിയതുപോലത്തെ ഒരു ലക്ഷണം. ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് ദ സ്ലഗിഷ് ഓർ സ്വെല്ലിംഗ് ഇൻ ദ ഫേസ് ആൻഡ് hand. The person will not be active, cannot become very active because of the absence of the thyroxine hormone. Then what will happen to the if that is thyroid gland produce more hormone, that is known as the over secretion, hyperthyroidism. The disease caused by the hyperthyroidism is exophthalmic goiter. Ophthalmic meaning ophthalmos, eyes. Exo meaning outward. You can see the person having the problem of exophthalmic goiter. What is his eyes become protruded out. You can see how his eyes become protruded out, and marked increase in metabolic rate, very fast metabolic. Every activity will be so fast. Heart beat will be higher. Shortness of breath, very quickly breathe. The person will become very uncomfortable. Then again, he also a swelling may be present because of the production of the more thyroxine produced in the neck. So the here as an allergy of the thyroid gland, it is swelling in the neck. Here also a swelling, that much not large as this much, but a swelling here also we can see.